PvZ2 is a game that has been beaten in a multitude of ridiculous ways. It has been beaten with only nuts, only beans, only catapults, only fruits, only pea shooters, only vines, only mints, only potatoes, only melee, only one lane, only one of each plant, only one seed slot, only 30 water plants, only PvZ1 plants. There are probably even more ways that I just didn't find on YouTube. Today I will be doing something that no one has yet thought of, because it's so dumb. I'll be attempting to beat the game with only plants from the plant rental. Now, you might be wondering, what the f is a plant rental? Well, it's this button right here. When you click on it, you're able to, well, rent a plant for a level. Normally, you'll have a choice between 3 plants, but I decided that's too boring, and also probably impossible. So I instead chose to use all 3 plants. Now, a problem. The plant rental is made in a way where you can't rent more than 1 plant per level. That makes this challenge impossible in normal gameplay. So I solved this by seeing how the plant rental works, devising a list of plants for each slot, and using my good friend random.org to roll for what plants I get. Another problem I realized in the late phases of writing the script: I'm not British. Every other PvZ2 challenge YouTuber has a British accent, and I simply can't do that, so you'll just have to live with my accent. Now, the rules are really simple. Use only plant rental plants, everything stays as level 1, even the pea shooter, no power-ups, care only about levels that matter for the challenge. I'll be playing on a 100% completed, totally not hacked save file, just so I have access to all plants. And lastly, but most importantly,
I have called upon the ancient plant gods to bestow upon me 11 boons to aid me on my journey, each corresponding to a world in-game. Let's just hope for all of our sakes that I don't need to use them.
Day 1 I got Cold Snapdragon, Sunbeam and Maybe. It's day 1, how difficult did you think it would be? And if you're wondering what this is, it's my friend, random.org. Don't worry, he's leaving in a few levels. Day 2 was a locked and loaded level. We skipped those. Day 3 was super easy thanks to a couple beautiful pre-placed sunflowers. I did first have to figure out the difference between a Gravebuster and a Tomb Tangler, because apparently they are too similar for me, but I managed to survive. Day 4 was a conveyor belt level, Day 5 was another locked and loaded level, Day 6 was another conveyor level, Day 7 was probably the most fun I've ever had in a level of Plants vs Zombies 2. Due to having no sun producers, I could only get 2 coconut cannons placed the entire level, but it didn't matter. Escape route and coconut cannon have such fantastic synergy, which was incredible to witness. Electricity, whose name I love by the way, also fit in perfectly to clean up smaller zombies. Overall, I had to play super actively and move my coconuts and roots around to make sure I survived, and it was fun. I highly recommend trying this out the next time you're playing this game. Day 8 was incredibly easy. Literally 2 quali powers mined every single zombie. I didn't even get a chance to use my other plants. Oh, also, this was the point when I realized how to get rid of random.org. On day 9, Blockholly blocked a bunch of brainless bags of babies. Wait, that's not right. On day 9, Blockholly blocked a bunch of brainless babbling babies. That's worse. On day 9, Blockholly blocked a bunch of brainless bacteriologists. Sure, better than beating babies. Day 10 was electrocuted to death, which I do realize means was killed by electricity to death, but whatever. Day 11 was another locked and loaded level. Day 12 was looking somewhat difficult until I realized the true power of this wet vine. Like seriously, what is this? Day 13 meant growing 2 sets of blue balls. I'm obviously talking about 4 electric blueberries. On day 14, I got Wintermelon. Now, Wintermelon is one of the most overpowered adventure plants in this game, but I was never affording Wintermelon, so I just spammed Scaredy Shrooms, and their plant food is potent, to say the least. Day 15 had some extra sunny flowers, so it was a piece of cake. Really, whenever I get a sun producer, the level feels a million times easier. Day 16 was the day of the Stalening. Sapfling plus Boing Zeta. And oh yeah, Snapdragon was there too. Imagine being the zombies here. You're cool, hot, and covered with sticky stuff. Day 17 was the first notable level since day 7. I got escape route, chili bean, and power lily. So no attackers this time. This is like taking a hand grenade to a gunfight. Everything will die as long as you use it well. The hand grenade in this situation was the escape route, who can just summon potato mines, primal potato mines, grape shots, and cherry bombs. Every zombie that wasn't instantly vaporized by the bombs got a bad case of the Taco Bells. And hey look, we got a new plant food slot. Day 18 was a last stand. With Pokra. Day 19 was the evolution of day 14. What's better than one scaredy shroom? 2 obviously. I got 2 rows of scaredy shrooms in just 28 seconds, and at that point the zombies had no chance. Day 20 had endangered sunflowers, which just means more sun for me. And I can use this easy level to quickly say that if you wanna see proof of me completing these levels and proof of the randomness and everything, check the description. I will have a link to a video for exactly that. On day 21, I got Fire Pea and Normal Pea, but I didn't even get to use either because of the absurdity that is Bramble Bush. At least we got an extra 25 sun for the rest of eternity for completing that level. And then came day 22. Everything up to this point had been pretty easy, which is to be expected, we're on the first world. For day 22, my plants were solar tomato, citron, and electric current. Now, on the surface that seems fine. I have a sun producer, a strong single target attacker, and a ground control option. But this level is specifically built against my plant selection. This level spawns singular zombies on complete opposite lanes, which is a problem. I need zombies to be clumped up to get value out of my tomato, and I need my tomato to get my other plants on the field. At first I thought I could spend a 150 sun to kill the first basic with a single current, but it sucks, doesn't deal enough damage, and dies instantly. So that run died. But from that try I learned some things. First of all, electric current redirects zombies. I don't know why or how, but I will use this. Because I can't get value out of tomato before the first flag, I just need to get there, which citron can't do at all. On the second try I got a few currents down and was starting to figure some things out, like the fact that current's plant food is able to take out coneheads. But I forgot how current works, twice, and I lost. On the third try I realized the first zombies always spawn in the same lanes, which is bad because of this fuck. I couldn't set up my current trap well, because this zombie would just eat the top current. Or would it? If I kill the first zombie with the 2 currents, I could put a current behind the incoming zombie to kill it and save my current. After that I could set up my complete trap, the box. If a zombie eats a current, it gets put inside the box, and I just replace the current. Then I just had to deal with the flags, which a citron plant food and solar tomato stun helped with immensely. When the final wave hit and I had 4 out of 5 lawnmowers, I knew it was over for the zombies. I simply used plant food to clear the dangerous lane and left the level with my sanity, life, and 2 lawnmowers intact. On day 23, I had my first encounter with a gargantuar, but obviously my plants were good enough to beat it, right? Right, because escape route is actually a really strong insta. I also learned that escape route's plant food ability targets graves, for some reason. In the end, thanks to me having 2 sun producers, I ended up with 3,275 sun in the bank. Day 24 was another last stand. This time with Super Mega Gatling. Funny how in both last stands I got the most overpowered arena plants. Also, look who decided to show up for the second to last level. Or should I say last level, because day 25 was a Zombos battle, where I can't pick my plants, so it's completely irrelevant. Welp, now Ancient Egypt is done, without the use of a single boon, and with only really one difficult level. Next up, Pirate Seas. Do you think it'll be harder than Ancient Egypt? Honestly, I don't even know. I feel like we will struggle in the later worlds, but Pirate Seas seems doable. But hey, I guess it's all up to the RNG and plant gods. Also, a quick end bit here. I'll probably make it so every other video I upload will be about this challenge. So I recommend you subscribe so you don't miss out. Until we see each other again, peace.